Hey guys, so I'm going to be recording myself trying to solve the 30 days of code day 6 task from HackerRank, right? I haven't solved this problem before. Well, I'm not saying it would be that hard that I would be so good to solve it, but I just wanted to record it, and in case anyone wants to see it, it would be really nice. My programming language of choice would be JavaScript. In case you prefer a different programming language, maybe the concepts will be the same, and you can also do it in your favorite language, so it's fine. Yeah, so I'm just going to try to I'm going to read the question, read the task, and try to understand it. Then I would begin writing code. Well, I should also speculate and oh no, I didn't mean speculate. That was not the word I meant analyze it. Yeah, analyze it before I write the code. So I'm just going to read it to understand it first. So let's go. Today we're expanding our knowledge of strings and combining it with what we've already learned about loops. Yep, got it. Giving a string s of length n that is indexed from 0 to n minus 1. Index from 0 to n minus 1. Okay, yes, because indexes starts from 0. Print its even indexed and odd index characters as two spaced separated strings on a single line. See the sample below for more details. Okay, note that 0 is considered to be an even index. Okay, alright. So let me just check something. Let me just check something quickly. I just want to check something quickly. So if I say console log 0 to okay, yeah, correct. Yep. So this will tell me if whatever the number is, if it's divisible if there is a remainder, then it's odd. If there is no remainder, then it is even. So this is odd, this is even, okay, and 0 would also pass the test as even. Okay, perfect. Okay, I get it. Okay, let's continue. 0 is considered to be an even index. Okay, good, I know how to do that. The first line contains an integer t, number of test cases. Okay, that's not interesting to me. Each line I of the t subsequent lines contains a string s, right? Constraint I is less than or equal to t, and less than t is less than or equal to 10. 2 is less than or equal to the length. Okay, so the length is greater than 2 and less than 10,000. Okay, cool, makes sense. So for each string where 0 is less than or equal to j and j is less than or equal to t minus 1, print the s string even index characters followed by a space followed by sj's odd index characters. Okay, so this is t, right? Okay, the integer number of test cases. Okay, and the first string is hacker, the second one is rank, right? So even should be on the left and odd should be on the right. And even means based on their indexes. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So this is 0 is even according to the note, so this will be here. 0, 1, 2 is also even. Okay, makes sense. I get it. Okay. I think I know what I should do. So I have the input. So I guess this is my string. One thing I like to do is work with the constraints first. So I put an if to make sure. Well, I'm not going to be checking this because they are not giving me this as an argument in my function. The only thing they are giving me is s as a string. So I need to make sure that s is greater than 2 and it is less than 10,000. Okay. Else I will just return. So if input is input. Oh yeah, if input is less than 2 or input is, I think I said something different previously, but the idea is if it's less than 2 or it is greater than 10,000, then just return, right? It shouldn't run, right? Because the constraint they gave us, so in case they give us a string that's more than this, the function should not break. Like there should be no errors. Okay, now they give us a string. So one thing I probably want to do is I would probably, yeah, I think I need to first get the string, right? Then I need to be able to loop over the string, so I need to go through each one of them one after the other. So I guess I'm going to loop over each string, letter in the string, then get the index. For each index, check if odd or even. If even, right? Concat with and with the even, let's call it even group, and the same thing will go for odd. Okay. And then after the loop, combine. No, just, well, I don't need to combine them. One thing I like to do is, I notice that this is the resume, right? So where is my function called? Process data. It's called here, and it's giving the input. I just like to console this, console, because I don't want to console inside the function. I just want to return the value. So here, because what they are expecting for my test to pass, they're expecting an std out. They want me to. So see, the sample output should be not necessarily what it returns. So I just want to console.log here, and you can actually console.log inside the function. It doesn't matter, but for me it looks cleaner for my function to just return a value. Okay, so after the loop, you just return something like even with a space, right, and odd group, let's call it even group and odd group space, right? Yeah, this looks good. Yeah, I think this is enough. Yeah, okay. Let's begin with the first step. Get the string, right? So I have this string. Okay, yeah, simple. Right? So then second, loop over. So what I could do is I could say that to be able to loop over it, I want to make it an array, and to make it an array, I can say okay, let me just create these variables like the even group is equal to a string, and let the odd group be equal to a string. Well, I'm making it let because I know I'm going to, in my loop, I'm going to change it. I'm going to add values to it directly. So I'm going to add to its value, so it's going to be let. And I like making consts before my let. It just looks neater for me. There's no specific rule. I can just call this input array, something like that, and I can do input.split. Split allows me to convert a string to an array based on a delimiter. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, right. Let's see. Split mdn something, right? Mdn. Yes, string.split. So arrays of strings separating each of them instance by a separator string. Okay, so you pass in this and it separates by space. If you don't pass anything, it returns everything. If you pass in an empty string, it returns everything as an array. Let's see this last one. This is what I want to do actually. So let's see. Yeah, so I want to get each value. Well, split, right? Well, one thing I could do, well, I think I could do, can I do a regex inside of a split? Because what I want to do is I want to escape every white space, right? I don't want white space because I'm not going to use white spaces. Yeah, because if you look at the question, it's only the string. If you wait, there would be no white spaces probably. What if they give me hacker space rank, for example? That's also something important. But they didn't mention it in the question. But I want to also make sure that I don't. Well, it doesn't really matter because I'm supposed to be checking the indexes if it's even or odd. It doesn't have to be the numbers. If I skip the space, then I'm going to be losing. I'm going to reduce the index, which would break, which probably my test would fail, like the test to check if I perform the task. So probably I should leave it the way it is. Like if they give me space, the most important thing is that I'm checking the index. Okay, so I will get an input array. This would be an array, and I want to loop over this array. Well, because I need the index, I don't want to do for off, because for off will not give me the index. I don't want to do for I because, well, I could do for I, but for each seems like simpler to write. So this will be letter, this will be letter, and index. Right. Yep. So, well, it's not compulsory also to put the semicolon. I just put it just to be consistent, basically. That's it. Okay, so I get each string. So basically, to check if it's odd or even, I don't need to write any special function for that. I just need to do something like, well, to be neater to have like an extracted function, like something like this. I mean, like const is, for example, even or something, and I could do exactly what I did in the terminal. Is like the value, and I could say that if the value. Oh, sorry, it's not supposed to be a value. Well, it's supposed to be a number. It should be a number. So if I use the module. If it's whatever number I get divided by 2 and I get a remainder, if I get a remainder, then it's probably if I get a remainder, it would be 1 or something else. That means it is an odd number. So if it's even, that means it's false. It's not an even. Else, true. Right? Yeah. So yeah, let me just test my function. So if I open my terminal again, and I put console.log is even 2 true, 1 false, then true, and 0 true. Good. So the function works well. So if it's even, that's the index. So if the index is even, then one interesting thing is I could use reduce, right? I could use reduce to no. It'd probably be confusing. No. Okay, never mind. I was thinking of like one way I can write the loop in such a way that it would give me the result of the even and the odd together, so I don't need to concatenate them here, like even grouped and odd grouped. So if I could write a reduce function, I think it's possible, but I don't know. Okay, let me just do it the simple way, the way it comes to my mind. So if it's even, right, all we just want to do is we want to say that we want to concat, right? I guess I could concat this way. Yep. I could concat this way. Else odd group. Oh, they don't give me suggestions. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Then, so yeah, even. So for each of the index, check if odd or even. So if it's even, add to the even group. If it's odd, add it to the odd group, that particular letter. Right? For each doesn't need me to return anything because I'm not. Well, for each doesn't return a new function. It just runs, iterates over that array. Yep. Well, what I could even do is I don't need this input array, so like this is almost useless because there's no need for that. Oh no, so that means this would be input split dot for each, right? Okay, nice. I like it like this. Nope. Okay, so it's just clear that this is a chain function. Okay. So at the end, there is no asynchronous stuff going on here. So like I would get the result at the end. So I could just return something like this. Like I did here. So even group with a space of the odd group. I think this looks good. Yeah, I think. Well, I could also use the concat function, or I could use backticks also here. Yeah, there are several ways of. Okay, let me run the code. I think it works, right? So get string. We have the string. Loop over each letter in the string. So to be able to loop, we need to first convert it to an array. So we split it. It returns an array by an empty string. So that means each character should become values in the array. Then I loop over each one of them. For each gives me the letter, the index, and it also gives me the array here, like as a third argument, but I don't need that. So, yep. Then I check if it's an index. If the index is an even number, then add it to the even group. If it's odd, add it to the odd group, and return here, return I don't like white spaces. Okay, return the even group, yeah, return even group and odd group, which should look something like this. Okay, yeah, this looks good. Okay, let's run the code. Let's see what they tell us. I failed the test. Okay, very good. 2. Oh, wait. 1 sec. I guess I could check if it's a number. Wait, but they said the first thing would be number, so no, wait, but if it is less than 2. Oh, what am I doing? This is a string, for God's sake. Why am I doing input? Oh man, if input, if no input, or input dot length. What was I thinking? Okay, so let's run it again and see something. Okay, failed it again. Wait, are you telling me that if I take this code and I copy it to my terminal, right, and I call this function, oh no, console log. Wait, isn't this exactly what's happening here? HCEAKR, right? What was going wrong? If it is less than 2, return. Okay. Okay, let me do something. This is one of the things that, let me console.log the input to know how the stuff is being passed. Okay, so input is 2, right? Input. Oh, the input is these 3 stuffs. Oh yeah. So what if I did input dot, wait, I guess it's a string, and wait, what's happening? Are you giving me a string? So oh yeah, wait, it's just concatenating. So what if I splitted this stuff by space? No, but if you see, it's just concatenating, right? So what if I just split it? Okay, let me split by space and see what happens. I have no idea what's happening here. Okay. Oh, so I should split by new line. Nice. Split by new line. Let's run it again. Okay, good. Now I get it. Right? So this means that okay, so where was the constraint again? The constraint is on the t. Okay, t is the first one. So the first one is okay, so I'm going to loop through each one of them. Oh yeah. So I am not going to console anything here because I'm going to be looping inside of the function. So I'm going to say const inputs, because it's going to be an array, and well, here we go again. A split and a loop. Now this time a reason why I would not want to use for each is in this kind of situation. When I have to split, then for each and it's inside the callback function, it just makes it kind of hard. Then if imagine I have another for each here and it's inside another callback, it just seems inconvenient. So I guess I would like to use a for I in this place. Why? Because, well, because I want it to be in the same line. I want it to like be straight up from top down. I don't want any callbacks. Well, it's your choice basically. Let I equals 0, I less than inputs dot length, and I plus and so, oh, you know what I could do? What I could do is, oh, okay, yes, I know what I could do. I'm not going to use for loop. I'm going to do it in such a way that this would be so let me just like mark some things here. So if inputs, if also not inputs and inputs and or I would explain what I'm trying to do. I think it will even be very self-explanatory. Dot length, if input dot length is less than 2, so we should have minimum the length, like the amount of test cases and a string. So that means we should have two elements in the array at least. So if we don't have that, then we return just leave. Please get out of my function, please. Okay, then so in this case what we want is the first one. The first one is going to be t, so we would do a beautiful destructuring here, and I will call this t because that's what, well, let me just call it test cases because I don't know if there is something in the, well, I was thinking maybe there is a like, if maybe there is a value inbuilt in JavaScript that has t. Why? Because like when I typed t here, it was green. I don't know why. Maybe it's something special. Let's see. If I say const, I really like using this developer Mozilla. Const, let's call it t is equal to string something, and I console.log t. Do we get something? Oh, so there's nothing wrong with using t. Okay. T, there you go. T, just to make it, but it wouldn't make sense to the reader of the code. The person reading the code should be able to understand what this is for, so it should be test cases based on the task description. And I would get the rest of them, right? The rest of them. So it's basically rest in arrays, and I would say rest let's call it, so what do they call it here? So it's like, just call it string just call it what do I call it? Input values. Let's just call it input values. No. Let's just call it strings to check. I hope this video isn't getting too long. I'm just trying to explain it as well as I can. So then I would do this. Then I need to basically the constraint is that this particular string, so let me just move this up here to the beginning of my function. Let me just remove this. Can I? Oh, nice. We have the VS Code shortcuts here. Very cool. Okay, I can do that again, but this time what I want is a space. And, the same thing. I wanted this asterisk to be there, but okay, doesn't matter. Matters, but okay, it's not really that important. Okay. Alright. Then strings to check. Then I guess I'm going to use split again, right, to get this. So I'm going to do this. Yeah, so this would be an array. This in itself would be an array of strings, right? Because if you see it here, I'm getting this, the first one, which I call the test cases. And the reason I'm putting the test cases out is because there is a constraint on the test cases. So I just want to add the constraint, like if test cases, right? Let's say if not, well, there will be if test cases. So test case should be, so 1 is less than or equal to t, so that means t is greater than 1. So if t is yeah, 2 is less than or equal to length. I think my condition, I think this is not right. Input and length is less than 2. So 2 is less than or equal to length of s. 2 is less than or equal to. I'm not going to edit this video, so the way I think is just going to be the way it is. Okay, let's see. 2 is less than or equal to. 2 is less than. So that means it is. Yeah, that means it's greater than 2. Right? Yeah. Yeah, so if it's less than 2, yeah, so I think it's correct. If it's less than 1, like if it's not correct, just tell me in the comments. Let me get to know. This thing is really kind of plays with my thinking a bit. Yeah. Okay, it's less than 1, or if t is less than 1 or greater than 10, or test cases, nope, it's greater than 10, then return, right? Return. Yep. Okay, this looks good. So I've written the first test case, right? I wrote this so that I can be able to destructure this. So I'm sure that I have like two elements inside of these inputs when I split by a new line. That's why I added this, and I'm adding this because of the constraints in the task description. And so that means here I want to loop through each one of them. So I guess I'm going to use a for of, because I don't need an index if I want to loop through ACA first and rank second. So for const string to check of strings to check, right? So yep. So so then we can just move this code up. Does this work? Alt up. Oh, nice, it works here. Everything that works in VS Code works here. Nice, like my shortcuts work here also. Okay, good. Code here. So this would be everything called input. Control D, yes, for duplicate. Yep, good, very nice. Yes, good. So string to check, right? That would be, for example, hacker, right? If it's not there, or if it's less than 2, or if it's greater than 10,000, right? I got 10,000, right? Then just return. So like we want to get out of the function. We don't want to, well, no, we don't want to get out of the function. We want to continue. Yeah, we want to move to the next one. We don't want to leave the function completely. We just want to continue. Okay, like move to the next element in the array, like in the loop. So if you're in index 1, move to index 2. Don't continue the code, right? So this would no longer be returned, and this would be console.log, because they want me to. Okay, I think this works fine. I think this should work fine. Let's try it again. Hey, hooray! Okay, good. Yeah, so basically it was the same thing, just that I didn't understand how the input was coming in. I didn't know. I thought they would give me like an array, like it would be, well, it's true, I was the one that was wrong, because there's no loop that's here. They just pass the std in to my function directly here. So I should have known that, oh, probably it's going to be like a string, because here you see that it begins as a string and it's concatenated here on the data that's received. Yeah, okay, cool. So let's see, submit code. Will my code, yeah, they have this like extra tests. So wait, let me just look at it again. I guess my code was too long. Well, yeah, I had to make all the necessary checks required. Let's even group. This doesn't look too neat. I don't know how I can like, if anyone has any suggestion on how I can rewrite this function, please tell me. If anyone can make this function smaller, it would be really cool. You can share it with me on GitHub. Okay. So I guess I'm going to submit my code. Let's see, 9 test cases. Yay! Nice. Thank you. Yeah, it might not seem really hard, which I agree. But yeah, it just makes you feel good about yourself. Yeah. Okay, that's all. They don't tell you about these eating cases. Oh, if I unlock these test cases, I need 5 hackers. Okay. Well, I passed it, so I don't need to unlock it probably. All right, so that's the end of this recording. Thank you for watching it. Please, if you have any suggestions on how I could rewrite this code, I guess I would share the code on Git. I'm going to make a gist of this code and add it to the comments of this video, in the description of this video. So, in case you want to modify it or edit it, pretty cool. Thank you so much. All right.